And finally tonight, some good news. A group of progressives from both the House and the Senate have put together legislation that would lower the cost of prescription drugs for American citizens. It's led by Bernie Sanders in the Senate and Ro Khanna in the House. This series of bills would prohibit drug companies from charging U.S. customers more than they do other countries. Congress would finally be able to negotiate drug prices for Medicare and other government programs and allow Americans to import cheaper drugs from other countries. At a time when huge portions of the Democratic Party are focused on attacking Trump, it's nice to see that there are few progressives in that party willing to move forward on issues and ignore the distractions. Americans from all political parties want prescription drug prices reduced, but the question now is whether Republicans and corporate Democrats will side with Big Pharma or the American public. Don't hold your breath on that one. Nearly 1.5 million former felons in the state of Florida had their right to vote restored, thanks to a referendum that was passed by 65% of Florida voters in 2018. In spite of the attempts by the state legislature to delay the implementation of this rule, it did go into effect, possibly changing the future of the Florida electorate. Here's why this matters. The biggest margin of victory in an election in the state of Florida in the last 20 years has been roughly about 240,000 votes. So even if a small fraction of these newly restored voters show up at the polls, they could easily change the outcome of future races. But what's even more important is the fact that these former felons served their sentences and now they can have their rights restored and they can properly move on with their lives. Don't be surprised to see this ballot initiative spring up in other parts of the country. I think that's what's coming. That's all for tonight. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/RT America's Lawyer, and you can watch all RT America's programs on DirecTV on channel 321. And now streaming live on YouTube at youtube.com/RT America. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this is America's Lawyer, where every week we tell you stories that corporate media is ordered not to tell because their advertisers tell them not to. Have a great night. Every year, 1 million hernia surgeries are performed in the United States. Unfortunately, some mesh implants that are used in these surgeries have caused complications, including infection and organ damage that led to surgeries to correct those problems. If this has happened to you, learn more about the hernia mesh lawsuit by going online to hernia.law or call us for a free consultation about your legal rights.